Shalom, all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wacha, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and confusion of faces, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Ratazah, this epistle is edifying. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to expound upon this article that was published today being August the 12th, 2019, on the Washington Post. The title of this article reads, Trump rule targets illegal immigrations who rely on food stamps and other aid. And we know who these so-called legal immigrants whose Trump rule is supposedly going to target. They are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and confusion of faces that are Israelites according to your fathers. It says, Washington, the Trump administration will penalize legal immigrants who rely on public programs such as food stamps and government-subsidized housing as part of a sweeping new policy to slow legal immigration into the United States, which is Babylon the Great, which will be destroyed by 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles pursuant to the book of Revelation, the 9th chapter, the 16th verse, and reduce the number of immigrants who are granted permanent legal status. And the majority of so-called illegal immigrants and illegal immigrants and so-called Americans that utilizes government benefits such as government subsidized housing, food stamps, SNAP benefits are the Israelites, and the women in particular of the nation of Israel, so-called Negro women, Latino women, and Native American Indian women. A lot of you are proud because you are offered these benefits, so-called benefits, by the so-called white man, the biblical red Hebrew Edomites, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You boast simply to the fact that you receive these different benefits. You're lazy. A lot of you are lazy. You don't even go out there and work. You don't even know how to cook. You don't even know how to clean. You don't even know how to sew. You know, a lot of you don't, because a lot of you have these so-called aid and benefits that the so-called white man, your daddy Esau, gives you freely, but under the condition that no man should be in the household, because really it was set up to separate the man from the household, you know, the father from the household. Now, I will say you do have women out there that do work and that are under these benefits, but the majority of them don't. And we've seen multiple videos of women boasting and claiming, oh, I receive SNAP benefits, I receive food stamp, I receive government assistance, but I'm not going to go to work. I'm just going to sit at home while I get fat like a cow off of these benefits. But guess what? Now the Mosai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is using this devil to bring all these different things to an end. And you Israelites out there, you're going to be in a rude state very soon, man. The move will have the greatest impact on poor immigrants who are living in the country illegally and are receiving public benefits from the government, forcing them to make a choice between accepting financial help and living and working in the country legally, because a lot of people don't work, you know. And these devils, these Edomites, they're getting angry. Oh, they're saying, oh, well, look, they're coming over here to our country, and really it's not their country. This land belongs to the so-called Native American Indians, which are the tribe of Gad, or Reuben. And then you have the so-called Mexicans, which are the tribe of Issachar. This land belongs to them. But the so-called white man, through something called the so-called manifest destiny, and ultimately the prophecy, the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua coming to pass. These devils, got into power. They stole the land, slaughtered the Native American Indians, and raped them. Slaughtered their food, livestock, their food supply, and they went on from there. Now these devils are getting angry now, man. They're about to come down. The move will have the greatest impact on poor immigrants who are living in the country legally and are receiving public benefits from the government, forcing them to make a choice between accepting financial help and living and working in the country legally. It will probably not affect immigrants who already have green cards. The United States wants immigrants who can support themselves according to the rule, not those who depend on public resources to meet their needs. And a lot of Israelites, that's what they do. They don't go out there and work. They want to just sit back and depend on public resources to meet their needs according to the new rule. See? The regulation, which is scheduled to go into effect in 60 days, will provide the Trump administration a powerful new tool to narrow the demographic of people who come to live and work in the country. Immigration advocates have pledged to sue the administration in an attempt to block the new regulation from going into effect. The tens of thousands of people opposed the rule in the public comment period over the past several months. The regulation, also known as the Public Charge Rule, was published in the Federal Register on Monday morning with the following acknowledgement. While some commentators provide support for the rule, the vast majority of commentators oppose the rule. The rule has been the top priority of Stephen Miller, the architect of President Trump's immigration agenda, who views it as the most significant change to regulations that had encouraged migrants to come to the United States. Mr. Miller has repeatedly pushed administration officials to finish the rule, at one point telling colleagues that he wanted them to work on nothing other than the public charge rule until it was completed. Some officials, including L. Francis Cassina, the former director of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, have resisted the rush to finish the rule, drafts of which were several hundred pages long and very complicated. But Mr. Cassina was forced out of his position early this year and replaced by Kenneth T. Cuccinelli II, a former attorney general in Virginia and an immigration hardliner who shares Mr. Miller's view that immigrants are a drain on taxpayers' dollar. Check that out. This is how they look at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Confucian and faces that are Israelites. They look at you as a drain on taxpayers' money. They look at you as nothing but scum, because all they see you as is as eaters and not really givers back to society, so-called, if you will, for the lack of words, man. Because you're receiving all these government benefits and you're not really, they're not really doing anything. You're just sitting there. And really, that's the Most High coming down on the nation of Israel, man. Causing these Edomites to look at you in that kind of way. And in all actuality, the Israelites are the ones that are making this country run the way it's running. And has this country the way it is today. Through blood, sweat, and tears. Through hard work, man. Going through all kind of hell. So let's get the scriptures and close out the lesson. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, and who is the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The biblical red Hebrew Edomites. Is come down unto you, having great wrath. Right now, the Edomites are showing great wrath upon, the nation of Israel, man. By taking away all these loans, limiting all these benefits and all that stuff. And he's going to come down even more so on the Lord's elect during the time of Jacob's trouble, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. All right? This is the book of, because you see, Mean that why is it that he knows that he has but a short time? Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. All right. See, the white man knows, so-called white man knows what time he's approaching and what time he's in. This is Job chapter 20 verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? So the triumphing of the so-called white man is coming to its end, and he knows this. He knows that his joy is but for a moment. Therefore, pursuant to the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 12, he is coming down onto the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and confusion of faces, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Thus, he's taking away all his government benefits that he's been giving you for all these years. He's limiting them, and he's coming down even harder on you in terms of violence. And during the time of Jacob's trouble, he's going to intensify that. And here's the proof. 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 71. It says, they shall be, meaning the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, shall be like madmen, sparing none. Because they're going to come down with their martial law troops, their UN troops, their Gurkha troops, breaking into the homes of Israelites, because there's going to be great perplexity in the cities. Cities are going to be closed. Bridges are going to be closed. They're going to be raping your women, killing your men, your children, your daughters. They're going to be doing all kind of wicked things, man. Sparing none. Shooting you down, mowing you down, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And it's going to be mainly directed to the men of the Lord and ultimately to the elect. All right, because this devil, he knows, man. He knows. So this concludes the lesson. I pray it was edifying, short and concise. So with that, shalom.